This is your Razorback Nation report.
Well, Dave Van Horn said after the SEC tournament, they're a team more equipped for a regional or a weekend series, and the pitching staff, a big reason for that. Here's our Mike Irwin.
It is the biggest issue going into the Stillwater Regional. Will freshman Keaton McKinney be able to pitch effectively in his scheduled Game 2 start? McKinney was removed in the second inning of Tuesday's start against Florida with what he called hip tightness. He will prepare as normal to start on Saturday, but
there's no telling how it's going to be because it feels fine off the field, but once I get back on and push off, it bothers me a little bit. It's just a little bit of tightness.
Which leaves pitching coach Dave Jorn guessing going into what could be the key game in the regional. How do you handle the situation when you don't know it's going to happen until it happens?
You just throw him out there and see if he's going to be okay. If he is, fine. If not, then you got to get somebody ready to go in there.
But who is that somebody? The obvious answer is Dominic Taccolini, but he appears to be slated for a Game 3 start. James Teague is a possibility if McKinney runs into problems early in the game.
I think he'll be fine. I think he's got a little soreness, but he'll be good to go. And so I look forward to seeing him pitch. I want him to pitch.
He's been pitching well. Is one reason that we're going to be in a regional because he pitched so well down the stretch. So we definitely need him to be able to go.
McKinney will have been off 9 days by the time Saturday rolls around. He says he's already feeling better. Hopefully he will continue to improve the rest of the week. Mike Irwin for the Razorback Nation.
All right, thanks, Mike. Arkansas and Oral Roberts square off Friday at noon. Well, our crew down in Destin, Florida for the SEC meetings, and head coach Brett Bielema taking the time to sit down with our Bo Mattingly.
Listen, we caught up with Brett Bielema here at the SEC meetings. Year 3, do you spend more time in the sun or more time in the meetings?
Spend time with you guys. I love the media. It's a little combo. It's actually a long day today. Tomorrow will be half a day. Excited to get with our ADs and administrators and kind of see where everything's going.
You got a rough schedule. You had a rough schedule last year. 8 top 20 teams. This year you go back-to-back on the road twice and 3 games away from home in a row if you count the opener in Arlington of SEC play. Is that something that gets discussed here, the scheduling? Because the league's tough.
Yeah, the schedule always gets discussed, and people bring up points. Les is always great for bringing in some statistical data pertaining to LSU. So it gets entertaining, but on the same account, numbers are real. And you know, to have a stretch we had last year on the road, to have a stretch we had this year on the road, you know, it's something to discuss. And the bottom line is when we walk out of that room, everybody embraces it, and it is what it is.
Everybody's a big winner in spring, right? Everybody's undefeated,
so far, yeah.
Absolutely. But there's a lot of hype for your team. Is it warranted?
I like what we're doing. I like what we're moving forward in our program every day. I'll let the outside world determine that, but bottom line, our players, and what I've said to them, there's not a touchdown or a tackle from 2014 that carries into 2015. And we need to understand that as a program if we're going to keep moving ahead.
You caught a 20-pound mahi-mahi?
Did.
Something just a couple days ago?
Yeah, I went Cat Island on Memorial Day weekend, and so that I'm undefeated against the fish as well.
I think we should take a big picture right here, hold that up. This is a real fish story. Brett Bielema at the SEC meetings. Coach, good to see you as always.